This
building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up
with the Dallas Cowboys. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
This one complete. It's Fehoko.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And some room to run now.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, Pollard. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lamb. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now here's Pollard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taylor now from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20.
On play action, here's Tua. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got it in, complete.
And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. A huge play there for Washington.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. It's a 1st down and more for Gibson.
Touchdown, Washington!
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he has behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
It's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
Now Tua.
Tua hit, and the ball is out. But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. give here to Pollard. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Prescott from the gun on third. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Pollard. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Taylor now to return it.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Jalen Phillips in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. A handoff for Gibson.
Able to break the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside of the 5. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Around 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. First down, Prescott. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. A spin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Taylor now from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Tua.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Washington.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now Tua going to try and sneak it.
And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
61 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On first down, Pollard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Pollard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play there on the catch and run. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Run for Pollard. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Pollard again. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Cowboys 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
They'll run here with Gibson.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Here's Gibson.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the 16, Tua eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll run with Gibson.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Cowboys 8-yard line.
One more time with Gibson.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Going to the air, Tagovailoa, buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brings up 4th and goal.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Cameron Curl with the tackle that time.
At the 27-yard line.
Second and 8.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing, Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
To throw, Prescott.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Now Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
options galore here. Second and a few inches.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Now Dak.
And this is going to be incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead.
Here's Dak.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds. The dramatic score to tie it, and now they just need the PAT to get the lead late 4th quarter.
So much for the touchdown maker. It's all about the extra point attempter. And I can't wait to see how this one turns out.
Very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Tua. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One final try for Tagovailoa. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Perfect, baby. Good shot.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Cowboys, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory.